Hi everyone and welcome along. So in these times at the moment, I think it'd be a good idea for you to have an emergency toolkit in case you find yourself in on your own. Now this is just to cover basic things in case something went wrong. We certainly don't want your plumbing to go wrong at the moment, do we? And that's usually when it decides it will. So let's have a look at a few little tools that you could do with around the home just in case. So we'll just go through them. One is this stuff here. PTFE tape is really good stuff for fixing leaks and stuff, and it's cheap, really cheap. Okay, so that's one item. Okay, we'll go to the next thing. Now an item I really like is one of these little tiny adjustable spanners. These are very cheap. You can get them in even a pound shop stuff for about £4. They open up really wide and fit most nuts. They'll fit on and tighten up any fitting. They're really useful and handy to have. Okay, it's one of these. The actual jaw comes right out on these. They'll go right out to the very end. Look, I mean that's a wide fitting on. Okay, so one of those, very useful. And we move on. Now, not a lot of you will have these as the footprints. Now these are not readily available. You have to go to something like a plumbing shop or a screw fix. But these are very useful for, again, doing leaks and stuff. But I don't expect you to have those. Okay. Other things, obviously screwdrivers. I used to have at least one posi driver and one flat. Alright, it's nicer to have a few actually of different sizes because you can get these posi heads smaller, bigger. That's the usual size, and obviously the screwdriver is slightly bigger or slightly smaller or slightly longer. But just at least if you've got two, it covers a few things. Okay, let's move on. Again, with the footprints, if you can't get them, these are the type of things you can get readily. Mole grips, which clamp onto pipes and fittings, really good and are a very useful tool. Yet again, fairly reasonable price. What else? Pliers, very useful again. They're not a lot of money. They're very useful. Come in handy for all sorts of things. Okay, we're getting near the end. A junior hacksaw, not unnecessary, but if you did get a pipe leak and you need to cut something off and fit a new fitting on, at least you'd have a saw ready to cut it off. Not that you probably may be able to do that, but if you was a bit more flexible, you've been able to do a few jobs, a junior hacksaw can cut through and save you having to call a plumber in. Okay, so that's a useful tool. Obviously, lastly, a hammer. Where would we be without a good old hammer? Okay, no end of uses for that one, I didn't say, did I? So lastly, now this is just one thing. If you just buy one fitting, one of the things that we use, I don't usually like these type of fittings, but these are little valves, isolation valves, but get one with a handle on it. And then if you did find you had a really bad leak on a pipe or something and you wanted to isolate it, you could then cut the pipe with the hacksaw, turn the water off first of course, cut the pipe and then put one of these on and just stick it off position so that at least it would be off until a later time, until you could get it fixed, and it just get you through an emergency. Okay, so that's obviously keep a tab on your heating. If you've got a combi boiler, make sure it's topped up to 1.2 to 1.5 bar pressure. Make sure that that's still there, and that will keep you running and should keep things all nicely tickety-boo, as I say. This is just a quick one in these times that if you need help, it's good to have, and a little toolkit like that just to see you through. There's nothing worse than getting a problem and you've got nothing to sort it out with. Okay, just a few little tools like that will see you through. Okay, that's all. Keep fitting well everybody, and all the best in these times. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.